Hello, friends. On the Saturday before Thanksgiving, I gathered up Harvey's ashes, 2 shovels, a hoe, and drove to the garden shop where I had previously purchased an overcup oak sapling. Then I drove to our lake house to meet my daughters, their husbands, and my granddaughter. We were going to plant an oak using Harvey's ashes at the lake. But I should back up a bit and explain about the ashes. We had Harvey cremated the day after he passed away. I had not made prior arrangements, and I regret that because my daughters and I had to meet with the funeral home director the day after Harvey passed away to make all those decisions. When the ashes were ready, I brought them home. My father had crafted a beautiful wooden box with a plaque on top that I was able to keep the ashes in, and they've lived in one of my closets ever since. The only time I've taken the ashes out was to scoop out a tablespoon or so to send to a jewelry maker who crafts jewelry using the ashes for remembrance. My daughters and I all have a ring that has a scant amount of his ashes embedded in resin and mounted on a ring. And I should back up a bit to tell you a bit about the nursery, Hannah's Garden Shop. It's located very near the first location of Double Oak Family Medicine, our medical practice. And I'm not sure which happened first. Either the family started to see Harvey and I as patients, or we started shopping at Hannah's Garden Shop. But in any event, it was a reciprocal relationship for the 27 years that Double Oak Family Medicine was in existence. When the father passed away, he bequeathed the garden shop to his grown children. So when I went to the shop to buy this oak sapling, I was able to talk with one of the sons that was there and remind him of our long association and tell him what I plan to do with this overcup oak. And I should back up a bit and tell you about this particular tree. The overcup oak has acorns that are very odd. The surrounding shell of the acorn grows almost completely over it to encase the nut within. And I don't know why Harvey became entranced with this particular oak, but he started many years ago. He started collecting these acorns, and he had a little baggie on our desk at home that were sitting there for years. And eventually I just threw them away, and I got in trouble for it. But I knew that this had to be the tree that we would use to memorialize Harvey with his ashes. And I should back up a bit and tell you why I chose the lake. It might seem like an odd choice because I've only had the lake house for a little over a year. But Harvey harbored wonderful memories of summers growing up at his grandparents' lake house, swimming and fishing and skiing and playing with the dog. And he really wanted us to purchase a lake home one day so that we could create those memories for our children and our grandchildren. But we just never got around to it. So, the Saturday before Thanksgiving, we gathered at the lake. We dug a hole and placed about 2/3 of the ashes that I had, mixing it with the soil at the lake, and planted the overcup oak sapling. So Harvey's tree will be with us every time we go to the lake for holidays and celebrations and birthdays, or just sitting quietly on the porch watching nature unfold. I like to envision the tree as it grows, spreading its branches protectively over us. It is Harvey's tree. Thank you. Be well and keep your balance.